In this video, I'm going to show you how to configure an extended ACL. Cisco has extended numbered ACLs and also extended named ACLs. One of the primary differences is that extended numbered ACLs are based on a number, whereas named ACLs are based on a name. More importantly is the difference between standard and extended ACLs. With extended ACLs, you have more options for filtering, such as source and destination, whereas with standard ACLs, it's only based on source. And that's either a single address, a single subnet, or multiple subnets. You can also filter at the application layer as well with the extended ACLs. So you can assign application ports and filter based on that. What I've got here is a topology, and on the left I've got two hosts, and both hosts are in the same subnet, 192.168.1.0/24. I've also got two servers, and they're in the same subnet as well, 192.168.3.0/24. One of them is a web server, or an HTTP server, and the other one's an FTP server. The web server is 192.168.3.2, and the FTP server is 192.168.3.1. And host 1 is 192.168.1.1, and host 2 is 192.168.1.2. First thing I want to do is create an ACL and number it 100. That's where extended ACLs start. Next thing I want to do is deny all hosts on 192.168.1 subnet access to the FTP server. So that would include both hosts. And the other thing I want to do is deny only host 2 access to the web server. So host 1 would still have access to the web server. Finally, I want a last statement that allows all traffic that doesn't match any previous ACL statement. The ACL will be configured on R1 and applied inbound on FA20 interface. Anytime you configure an extended ACL, you want it nearest to the source as possible. So in this lab, the nearest layer 3 interface is FA20, and that's on R1. And doing that prevents any traffic from traversing the WAN link and wasting bandwidth. The other reason to put it on this FA20 interface instead of the FA10 is if I put it on FA10 and I add additional subnets to this R1 router, it will end up filtering traffic from those subnets as well. And that's not what this ACL should do. So to start with, I'm going to verify there is access from host 1 and host 2 to the FTP server. And I'm also going to verify there's access from host 1 and host 2 to the web server. We'll go to host 1, and I'll do the FTP server first. And that's 192.168.3.1. And username is Cisco, and password is Cisco. So that's logged in, so that's working. Now we'll start a web browser and verify access to the web server. So it's going to be 3.2. And that's working fine. Web server is 192.168.3.2. So now I'll go to host 2 and do the same thing. So this is the FTP server. Username Cisco, password Cisco, and that's working okay. I'll go to the web browser. I'll verify access to the web server. And that's working okay. It's all access there now. Now we'll start the configuration of the extended ACL. So we'll go to R1. So there's the extended ACL. So what I'm going to do is read it from left to right. So access list 100. Extended ACL numbering starts at 100. This extended ACL will deny traffic from all hosts on that subnet 192.168.1/24. So that includes both host 1 and 2 and any other hosts that are assigned to that subnet. So that's the source. Then the destination is the host 192.168.3.1. That's the FTP server. And EQFTP says it's the FTP traffic that's going to be denied. So anytime any host starts an FTP session, it will be denied. So it's access list 100 deny TCP, since FTP is TCP based and not UDP based. You've got the source, that's the subnet. Then you've got the destination, that's the host, the FTP server, and then the type of traffic, FTP. The next ACL statement, this will deny host 2 access to the web server, only for host 2. And host 2 is 192.168.1.2. Left to right, it's ACL-100 still. And then there's deny TCP, since HTTP is a TCP-based application. Then it's host. Then host 2 is 192.168.1.2. That's the source. And the destination is host 192.168.3.2. And that's the web server. The application traffic being filtered or denied here is www. And the www is the HTTP traffic. Now I'm going to up arrow. And the last statement is standard. And you need this, particularly if you've got all denied statements. Because if you don't have this last statement, all traffic will be denied. You need a permit statement, at least one. So it's access list 100, permit IP any. And if it was a standard ACL, it would be access list permit any. Since standard ACLs don't permit any kind of protocols, whether it's IP, TCP, or UDP, to be specified. There would be no second any, since you could never specify a destination with a standard ACL. So here, this is permit IP any. An IP is one layer below TCP. It's layer 3. So it would actually deny all traffic, and anything above that is application layer. That's how that works. Now I'm going to apply this extended ACL to an interface. This will be interface FA20. It'll be inbound on this FA20. It'll filter the traffic from this host 1 and host 2 subnet. So the command is IP access group, and then the ACL number, that's 100, and then the direction. In this case, it's going to be inbound, so it's in. And so that's now applied. So now I'm going to verify the ACL. First thing I want to do is a show run. We'll be at the bottom of the configuration script here. So there it is, the 3 statements there. So that's correct. Then I'll do show access lists. There's the 3. They're numbered 10, 20, and 30. And they're numbered based on when I entered them. So the first one was the FTP. And the second one was the web server, HTTP. And the third one is the permit all traffic. That doesn't match the previous ACLs. So FTP is not permitted from host 1 or host 2, since it's based on the subnet, is source. So I'll go to host 1 and verify I can't access the FTP server. So I'll just up arrow here, FTP 192.168.3.1. And you can see it's going to time out there. So the ACL is not permitting it. Error opening, timed out, disconnect. So now I'll go to host 2 and verify the same thing. So we'll just up arrow here, FTP 192.168.3.1. And it looks like it's going to time out as well. So there it is. So go back to host 1 now. Do Control C. Next thing I want to do is host 1 should be able to access the web server, since it's only host 2 that's not permitted. So I'm going to go back here to the web browser. And the web server is 192.168.3.2. So that works okay. That's as expected. Host 2 should be denied. So there it is, 192.168.3.2. And it looks like this request is going to time out. And it does. So that's working correctly. So that verifies the extended ACL is working correctly, and that concludes the video.